Welcome to another video on my driving robot Mydfir with line sensor, active sonar, color recognition, color sensors and lamps and the buzzer. Last time I did a short test and found that the motors work very nicely. What I also found was that this line sensor is probably broken, and I have yet to find another line sensor. What I also found was that colors are not being recognized quite as well. So what I want to do now is check if the colors are alright, and for that I already wrote a program which is color calibration. Well, you don't calibrate the color, but it clearly senses which color is which value, so you can adapt that in the sonar version. Motor test is from last time, and the big question is, of course, why are the colors suddenly completely off? Because when I look at the code, which is now totally commented out because of the line test last time, I have two parts of color recognition, and I think both are completely off. The question is, are they really? So I have to change the algorithm right now, but first let's go once again test the motor. So this is what I did, and this is what I do now. So let me oops, this is not in oh, come on. Right, now I can see something. Right, like last time, when I want to use it I have to put it on. Now it's put on, so let's do something. Right, and that is exactly what I want, and that means that the motor are okay, although it doesn't drive in a straight line, but that is okay for now. So motors are still working, and now I actually should. It's annoying when it doesn't do exactly what you want. Alright, so looking at the code, line following will be disabled for now. Format, comment out. Then everything from here to here, comment in, uncomment, right. Now the sonar does work, the motors does work, but let's comment out the sonar for now. So everything in the within range. Let's see if that is logical anyway, because this says while the distance is larger than 5. So is it logical to actually comment out the sonar? That's a good question. Let me leave it in for now. But line following is done for now, so that means time for floor test, time for color sensing. So ready for the floor test. As you can see, the robot is with the color sensors on the red area, and prior to doing anything at all I had to modify this calibration program, because I had not used it with this line for the print function. And if you have watched my other videos, then you know that has been a problem. So I have also adapted the program to write data, and I actually should make this not data but calibration, so that that is a distinction from the sonar program. So let's see how this works out. I'm very curious, because this will not write, this will not let it drive, but it will just sense color. So let's see which color it does sense. So I say calibration, go. Excuse me, what is wrong? Right, I did everything except for this part. And this one as well. Sometimes things bite you in the tail, if I would have one. That is interesting. So let me move, or try to move this aside. It doesn't allow me, unfortunately, but it says it is different. 298, and red should expect something in this range. So let me put it somewhere else and see whatever then happens. Oh, that's interesting as well, by the way. I am just doing for A2. So actually this is no use. I have two color sensors, one for this and one for this, and now it only senses for one. So I have to change the whole program. Copy, paste. And then it would be very logical to make this A1. And say here A1. Make this Yeah, I have to change the whole thing. And let me do that off screen, because this is too boring to show. Okay, very quick catch up with the code. First of all, everything on A1 is A1 now. What I also did was, because I will display two colors at the same time, I have changed the new line with A1 to tab, so I will have both next to each other. That should be working. So now it is on red, so let's see if this actually works for both. Really? Why is that? Why does it only see A1? That does not make any sense. If you look here, and both sensors are clearly on the colors, so this would indicate that one of the sensors is not measuring anything at all. So let's quit and run again. What does it do? Alright. Oh, that's interesting. So now A1 says blue. That is totally wrong. And A2 says different. Oh. I will have to change that, because I also actually want its value. Although, well, it says different, but different how? That's a good point. That's a very good point. But anyway, it's A1 says blue, and blue is between 52 and 58, while it should be between 26 and 32. So whatever that is happening, I have no idea. But with different, what is different anyway? I think right, it says A1 different, but it doesn't say which color. It doesn't tell a number. That is not good. But does it say that? No, because it writes it. Let's quit this. It says, oh, here it says the value. Yeah, I want that value in the file as well. This is not correct. So let's tap here and say f.write t get A1 that seems to me like a good idea. No. Alright. And then of course the same for A2, which makes it A2. And then things should get a bit more clear. Alright, that's it. Save. And go again. Expected a what? A character buffer object. Oh, yeah, I should convert it to string. Good one. I'll do that off screen. Okay, I changed the code with a string, and you can see the first result. It says now a blue is 56, which is for A1. So 56 is indeed for A1, but what is red? Red is so actually in this situation, for some weird reason, the lighting differences are such that it sees blue, it detects red as being blue, and that is very, very odd. If you look at the sensors, they are right above the surface. I think there's maybe 1 or most 2 millimeters between the surface and the sensor. But well, that may be very much already, because light is a photon, and photons are not detectable by the bare eye. So you can see light, but that's it. And light only needs a tiny space. So what is going on here with that is 88? How much divergent, how much difference is 88 from red? Very different. Very, very different. Okay, let me put it on a different color. So I am putting it on actual blue. Now the program isn't running now, so let's run it. Really, what does it say? Again, no A2. Again, no A2. Maybe, just maybe, it helps when I put the data link next to a robot. It should not matter, but who knows. And again, nothing. No, absolutely nothing. Well, it does work. Give me something. Again 168. Well, oh no, not again, because this was 172. But it's roughly in the same range. But why not? Why no A2? It's not clear to me at all. What does green do? So I'm putting it on green. Alright. Running calibration. Again no A2. What should I do? Power cycle the thing? Alright, let me power cycle the thing and see what happens. Alright, power cycle complete. Quite easy. Just pull one of the connectors on the battery and that's done. So you see it is on green now. And one thing, the light is brighter than it looks on camera, but there's shade as well. So let me see if I, okay, let me do it a bit different then. Right, I hate the mousepad, but in this case let's do it and then run it again. Did it solve? The answer is very clearly no, it didn't. It hasn't solved. Am I dealing with two broken light sensors? I don't think so. Alright. Yeah, that's the same. Alright, next. What can be done next? Reseating the connectors. Let's do that then. Again, because I already reseated them. And then test them again. Because this makes no sense. Alright. The color sensors are reseated. One of the light sources is put on a different brightness. Shines twice as bright now. Question is, does it matter? Will it matter? All I can do is right. Once again, the interface. Well, it clearly matters. A1 is correct, but A2 isn't. A1 is correct. Oh wow. Let's run it again. Alright. Would that indicate? Well, they're both on the really on the colors surface, so would that indicate that blue and red would be gray right now for A1? Let's check it. Very curious now. So now it should be red. Huh, no. Blue. Okay, now for blue. Let's go. Ouch. This isn't good. It's really blue, but it says green. And green says, what does green say anyway now? That's a very good question. Will it say green again? So let's see. Oh, really? Alright. The only thing I can say now is that I am completely clueless. What is the difference? What is the difference? I can honestly not tell. And if you have seen my previous videos, and not the recent but a little bit further back, then you would have noticed that every color was exactly the way it should be. So what is the difference? In the present situation as it is now, the oldest sensor is this one on this side. So the lamps correspond to this sensor, and the buzzer is responding to this side of the this side sensor. A2 is buzzer, A1 is this. So why is that different? A very good question to which I don't have an answer right now. Quite unfortunately. Because this makes no sense at all. If I run back here, A1 says green, and it was green. Looking further back, well, it goes off screen, unfortunately. But I have no answer. Okay, so while this makes no sense with the different colors, you may wonder why I then just don't adjust the program and put them in the with the colors that are indicated here. Well, the point is, as I said before, these were the calibrated colors for this situation. Now daylight varies, but the artificial light sources, lamps, do not. And the point is then, when I am at a location different than at home, and I want to use this particular robot for line following, which is possible for now, color recognition, and then comes everything with sonar, etc., and sonar works as I tested last time. Then it remains to be seen if these errors really persist, and that is a very big question. So for now I am not adjusting any value. What I did do was reseat, and then you get once again only A1. Why only A1? I have cycled power, and immediately A2 came on. I reseated them, A2 came on. So what is the point? What is the point with A2? Only A2 is varying in presence, that is. Should I replace it? Probably, but I don't have a spare. So with those thoughts, I thank you for watching. What did I do? Well, rewrite some of the code to enable in the color calibration program to write to file and see whatever happens. Reseat, retest, and first conclusions are something is really off. Maybe, just maybe, my hardware is failing, and that would be too bad. If the controller hardware is really failing, how can I test? Because I don't have a spare, and they're not cheap. So if you like this video, please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram. If you like my videos and other projects as well, you can show your appreciation by making a small donation for keeping my website and blog and making my videos. On my website also all my other projects. And this is certainly going to be continued. Whether there are answers, who knows. Bye bye. As a kind of epilogue, I am running the diagnosis, and don't pay attention to these two, because this is the line sensor, which does not work obviously, but pay attention to A1 and A2 being the color sensors. They are working, but although with exactly the same color on red, one shows 30 something and one shows 100 something. So this is clearly very off, and a reason I can't give, but this is well, what can I say, not correct. Something is going on, and whether it's the color sensor, which does not occur in on screen or in the calibration, only after replugging, or whether it's the interface the controller not doing anything? I can't tell. But anyway, this diagnosis epilogue, once again, it works. Well, the hardware works, but how? That's the big question. To be continued.